Hello, my beautiful, intelligent people. Thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, and booking readings. It all matters, and I'm really appreciative about it. Also, I am doing a giveaway at 5,000 subscribers, so just be subscribed and comment, and you are in the running for that. So today we're asking advice for your greater happiness. What can you do towards your highest and best life? So I've got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. So just take a moment, choose which one feels right to you, and we're going to move on to our gorgeous pile number 1s. So pile number 1s, you had this beautiful quartz crystal. Quartz, a clear quartz is often about, it's it's got a lot of spirituality symbolism, but it's one of those things that's clarity is the biggest thing. So pile number 1, 7 of Swords, advice for your greatest happiness and highest and best life. 7 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, the Death card, and that was right under the 7 of Swords, and the Lovers. Okay. So with the 7 of Swords, especially with Death right below it, I feel like that there could be a cycle that needs to end. Yeah, there's some kind of cycle that needs to end. With the 7 of Swords, that can be running away, that can be being sneaky. All right. If you are trying to win by sneaky means, it's not your highest and best life path. Ultimately, it is something you're going to have to learn and grow from, especially if you want stability. But if you're willing to make that transformation and, end that cycle of, having this, like we all have qualities that aren't the best, but instead of choosing being sneaky, looking out for yourself, you're actually being counseled to make sure that, because like the 7 of Swords is you're trying to get something for nothing, or because it's like the Thief card, or you're trying to have, you're trying to win over people, but I'm getting your highest and best life path is going to be giving as much as you get. Like, you shouldn't be trying to get more than you receive. You should be giving so that you can receive. So the 5 of Wands. So the 5 of Wands can be disagreements, but I'm getting like there's a need internally. Yeah. I feel like you might have this. I feel like it, instead of a battle with somebody else, that it is an inner battle. So you shouldn't be receiving less, it's not about that, but it is about being both willing to give and receive. Because once you make that choice, you're going to bring in both love and happiness. But I'm getting that your highest and best life path involves you being a very heart-centered and focused person. So, advice for greatest happiness and the highest and best life path for pile number 1. 3 of Wands. Yeah, if you're trying to get rich quick, or skip steps, You need to be willing to put in the effort and have some delayed gratification. Ultimately, that's going to put you on your best path. Four of Swords. So there was like death is like there's an inevitable end to things. So I'm just saying that there, what you build when you're trying to get more than you're giving, it's there's going to be an inevitable ending regarding it. And there is a need for you. Often I say heal, but I'm like, there's a need for you to really contemplate. So with the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, somebody who's, powerful but still putting on the fight. Are you Okay. You may be conflicted regarding, being giving, because you have had, like you have been defending yourself for a long time. You may be in a place, just know that if you set up anything on unequal ground, it's not going to last. But you do, it's like, just know that, yeah, you may have had situations where, things didn't work out, but ultimately, your happiness is going to lie in you being in your joy and innocence again, when you have your open heart, it's like when your heart is open, there are going to be people there to give. You should know that you giving is not a threat to you. And yes, you do need to make sure that you're choosing the right person to give to, because, we don't live in a fairy tale universe where everybody's a good person. We live in a universe where everybody gets to choose. And some people do not choose to be good. So with believe, I feel like for your highest happiness, for your best life, you need to believe. You need to believe in the good that you can do, and you need to believe that, that there are opportunities, that when you do give, opportunities to receive, like that you can make this choice to be happy and receive love and to be a loving person and to regain your innocence and happiness. But yes, you believing that if you're somebody who still can, so your highest and best happiness has to do with you opening your heart space instead of just, shutting down, letting no one pass, being very conflicted about whatever you give. You know what? If you give to somebody and they turn out to be a bad person, you know what? They did you a favor, because you never need to do it again. You can just say, oh, that was the cost of doing business. And then you give to another person and they just give to you, and you can say, oh, that's somebody that maybe I should keep on in my life. So for your highest and best good, it should be continue to push barriers, break down walls, and question the norm. You are keeping up a wall between everybody. But yeah, you need to be willing to break down your own barriers. Um, you may need to question how you are interacting with other people right now. And you need to, you need to be willing to see things in a way that you haven't. Yeah. So, pile number one for greater happiness, highest and best life. I feel like you really need to address your fear, because your fear is keeping you from being this generous and loving person that you have in you. But I feel like there's a lot of fear of being taken advantage of, and that often happens maybe because you were. But again, that means that you get rid of that person. Like that person shouldn't have the ability to change you. That's giving them way too much. And I think the back, yeah, don't panic. Believe that, opening your heart is going to bring you clarity and happiness. Just know that, for any disappointment, you're going to get so much more. It's like for any disappointment, you're going to get so much more happiness. But yes, you are supposed to have a very soft, fluffy, kind heart and be showing love. So I'm getting like your greatest strength and your greatest place into happiness is just having that heart space open. So with the horse is a quartz, of course. Sorry. But again, quartz and quartz, just know that, clarity is going to set you free. So, I mean, if you've gotten to a place where you're like, you see other people doing questionable things and they seem to be doing better, like that's not your life path. That's something that they're dealing with, and there are consequences. But you just know that every twist and turn, every painful moment has only made your heart more beautiful. And you should know that your connections are going to truly matter. Like, you just know that if you make the choice to be loving, you are going to receive love. So thank you very much. I really appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you're both subscribed and you comment, and you are in the running for that. I also want to say thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, booking readings. It all really matters, and I really appreciate it. Now let's move on to our gorgeous, talented, amazingly awesome pile number 2s. So pile number 2, you had the Blossom. Advice for greater happiness in your highest and best life. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is somebody that is somebody that is a very feeling person, but they are somebody that has mastery of their feelings. The World. So you should know that you have an opportunity, that you being in touch with your feelings and you using your feelings as your power, you have an opportunity to shut out cycles of stagnation and worry. You have the ability to, with the world, you're shutting out negative cycles. So if you have a systematic cycle of not of getting stuck, especially in your mind, you're at a place where you're going to be able to move past that. Five of. So with the 5 of Wands for the 9, I'm getting, is there exterior? I feel like while the last pile had issues that were internal to them, I feel like you are dealing with exterior forces that are making it hard, which are causing a lot of this anxiety. But know that it's okay. Like you absolutely can win and do it with style. So I've got the King of Pentacles. Are you the King of Pentacles? I get that there may be somebody in your life that has caused you to feel, stuck. And they may be somebody that, is established. Yeah, they may be somebody that's established. They may be this again. It may genders aside, male or female. This is somebody that puts a lot of time and energy into the practical. This person, actively puts their energy there. So, are you the 7 of Cups? So, is this person able to see clearly? Are you able to see clearly? So you're able to see clearly. Is this person not? Okay. So you may have put things maybe on hold for somebody who's, maybe putting their time and energy into dubious investments. And you, for your greatest happiness, you need to move forward, and you need to move forward in your own strength and self-control. Like, it is about you mastering yourself. So just know, like, waiting on this person, whatever dubious thing that they're investing in, that's not going to be the best use of your time. The best use of your time is becoming the most amazing version of yourself. Continuing to up level yourself again, because you can leave this cycle. Because this is an offer, are you going to receive an offer? I feel like are you supposed to be giving an offer to this person? I'm getting that you're not supposed to be giving an offer to this person because, whether or not they get their stuff together, that is something that they either will or won't do. But you should be making movement forward on your happiness and enjoyment. Like, what this other person's doing doesn't matter. Like, if they, decide to make decisions that, would be good for this connection, that's another story. But up and until they do that thing, you should just be doing you, going towards what makes you happy, because that is actually what's going to even things out in your life. That's where you're going to find justice. That's how you're going to just crush things. So I'm getting part of your advice for greatest happiness is to worry less about what this other person is doing and just, release that anxiety and just do you. Do the best version of you. The best version of you, by being the best version of you, the universe is going to correct. The universe is going to correct, and it's going to correct in your favor. So the King of Pentacles, is this person? Is this another person? Is this you? I feel like while this other person is going off, making their wealth, setting their foundation, you should be doing the exact same thing. Yeah, you should be doing the exact same thing. Build your own foundation. Don't wait for this person. You should know that whatever you think about this person, you're just as powerful. You can be just as successful. Like it's the King of Pentacles with the world just behind, I mean, and I feel like the only limitation is waiting on this person. Waiting on this person who, isn't able to properly discern what's in front of them. So it's like you're waiting for a person, you're trying to like wait for somebody who just, like they're just not looking at the same thing. They're not even looking at reality, but it is Seven of Wands. So are you fighting this person? Because I've got a 7 and a 7, so 7 may be significant, especially since it's come up earlier in this reading as well. So we've at least 3 7s, so 777. And 7 is about, spiritual mastery. So are you not seeing what's in front of you? Is this about the other person? Yeah. I think that this is just a reminder for you that the other person, as accomplished, as, competent as this person is, like they're not able to see clearly. With the 7 of Wands, it's like a defensiveness. Are they being defensive regarding you? Are you being defensive regarding them? I feel like that you may be dealing with somebody who's not seeing clearly, but at the same time, even though what they're looking at like doesn't even bear that much resemblance to reality, it's just they're fully committed. So, like, at least for right now, you just being your best self, the universe is going to correct. There is hope and happiness for you, but shoot, you should not be waiting on this person. Your greatest and, for your highest and best life, you should be moving forward on what makes you happy and attending to your own spiritual awakening. For the greatest happiness, highest and best life. Ooh, you got 2. Get active, stay active, trust me. And again, because you're having this kind of stagnation because of, worry, anxiety. But for your greatest happiness, you should be getting active, staying active. The universe wants to say that, yes, it's going to pay off for you. And you have so many auspicious cards saying it will pay off for you. But don't wait for it like it'll pay off for me once this person comes through. Let that person do whatever they're going to do. You don't have to find yourself. You were likely never lost, but you must decide to create nature. That's a weird thing. You must decide to create. Oh, I feel like it's nurture and develop who you were meant to be, but there is a typo and it says nature and develop who you were meant to be. So, again, whatever this person's doing, you're supposed to be nurturing you. You're supposed to be awakening your potential. You're supposed to be achieving wish fulfillment. And you are somebody that's more than equipped to make this happen. And if you want to, and it's like if you want to end the cycle of you being stagnant and you having this anxiety, you can. But right now, whatever this other person's doing, what matters is what you do. What matters, it if this person for some reason made you feel like lesser, it's this person doesn't see clearly. You were not likely never lost, but you're here to create and nurture and develop what you are meant to be. And also, like, maybe nature is important. It may be a typo for a reason. So, and again, with the earth cards and the strength card, like, I get strong nature vibes off both of those. So let's see. For greater happiness and your highest and best life. So I've got the fish on a line. This is, fish represent prosperity. Excuse me, that was moving quite a bit. They represent prosperity. The red string actually can represent faith. I feel like you should understand that regardless of whatever this person, because who knows what's going on with them, but ultimately you're meant to have and achieve prosperity. With the gears, it's like there is a connection in which there needs to be cooperation. But I'm getting like you may not if you may be wanting to have a connection and you want them to cooperate with you. Or is it just you're waiting for some okay, it's like you're waiting for somebody to cooperate you before you do what you're supposed to do. And you should do what you're supposed to do and, you know, stay active, get active, you know, say that, maybe nothing's wrong with you and nurture and develop what you're meant to be. Again, like your clarity is going to move you forward, it's going to set you free. And again, with the star, wish to fulfillment, like your personal development on yourself, you're not slowing down because other people, aren't getting the message. Like, you should be slowing down for somebody to catch up. If they're meant to be on your path, they're going to be there. And they're going to be there in the time that you're ready for them. And if not, I'm sure that there are other people, once you become the ultimate of what you are, like the scales are going to balance for you. You're going to receive what you put in. So if you're not putting in, just know that that's cutting into what you're receiving. So don't panic because you do have a lot of anxiety right now, but your anxiety is your anxiety, especially worrying about somebody else, worrying about somebody else, you know, that's the thing that's holding you back. It's like you really truly I'm surprised I haven't gotten the magician out because like you truly have everything you need, but you need release sleepless nights, release worrying about what somebody else is doing and staying in place in case feeling like that's going to help because all the twists and turns that you take, all the movements that you make, they're only going to make your heart stronger and more beautiful. So just know that you're here to blossom. Apparently, this is a very punny day. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. It all matters. I'm really appreciative. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away two as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you're subscribed and you comment. Oops, as I drop cards because, well, when haven't I? And we're going to move on to our gorgeous pile number 3. So pile number 3, you have the bracelet. So advice for greater happiness for your highest and best life. Page of Swords, Ace of Cups. So it's like there's a need for observation and there is a brand new emotional new beginning for you. With the Hanged Man has come up. That also came up in pile number 2, the Page of Cups. For your highest and best life, you're supposed to be seizing an emotionally satisfying new beginning. This may involve love. This may just be something that really speaks to your heart. But I'm getting like either there should be an apology or there needs to be, because this could be a new kind of somebody starting out. It can be emotional immaturity, but I'm getting like there needs to be a communication of feelings. Like if you want an emotionally new beginning, which is on your highest and best life path, then it does require communication of your feelings. But there's a need for you. There may be also a need for you to communicate clarity. Oh, it's a communication of clarity. It's not just so you really have to, for your highest and best paths, moving towards, this new emotionally satisfying new beginning, you're going to have to both communicate honestly and, communicate your emotions. With the Hanged Man, I am going to get clarity on the Hanged Man, but the Ace of Pentacles came out. You have two aces. The Ace of Pentacles is something that is really like it's steady, it's stable, it's real. It's one of those things where like if you start with that, it has so much promise. So like whatever this new beginning is that you have to speak clearly regarding, that you have to, you know, communicate your emotions regarding, like not only is it something that, can really bring a lot of love and happiness and joy, but it's something that you can really trust and invest in. But I'm getting that you need to be willing to take a leap of faith. So, new beginning, new beginning, new beginning. Like, you need to know that your highest and best outcome, your happiest outcome, involves you taking a risk and doing a new beginning. Hanged man. Yeah, I don't know if you need to see things from a different perspective. I feel like you may have been not taking action for a long time. Yeah, and that's what I'm getting. And what you're being asked to do is to move on to calmer waters. You're being asked to make new decisions, take risks. And you should know that it's like the risks in front of you aren't. All right, what I'm getting is the risks in front of you aren't the risk. The risk you have is not moving forward. So you may be having a lot of trouble getting out of a comfort zone. But just know that if you're willing to take the risk, whatever the opportunities that you're being provided are wonderful. But the Eight of Cups, like there's a need to move forward because that's Six of Swords. And there is a need to walk away from what's emotionally satisfying. Just like I'm saying, like your risk isn't moving forward on, this new emotional beginning. Your risk is not moving forward towards this thing that could last the test of time. This risk is you not moving forward away from things that don't serve you. The moon. I feel like this is a two-pronged thing. Again, with the moon is in this card, with the Eight of Cups, you don't 100% know what's in front of you. With the moon, I feel like you're being guided by your intuition. And your intuition is going to offer you possible riches. They're going to offer you, it's like you don't know what's in front of you, but like what's behind you isn't worth holding on to. And it's hard for you to make the movement forward because there is this fear factor. Because if you don't listen to your intuition, then all you do have is the confusion and the fear and the darkness. But you're into, like, you may not know what you're going towards, but you know what you're leaving behind, and your new opportunities are so much better. So with the Queen of Wands, are you the Queen of Wands? Is there a Queen of Wands? Okay, there may be somebody that you have a lot of, male or female, whatever gender this is, somebody that has, that you feel a lot of desire and pull towards. They may feel like they're a little bit dangerous to you, because they are somebody that's very strong. They are somebody that has a lot of fire. They're somebody that moves towards what they want. And they are somebody that is generally desirable. They're somebody that you could be afraid that, other people may have interest in. And ultimately, it doesn't really matter if other people have interest. because either this person has character, and I feel like this person has character, or this person doesn't. And if this person doesn't, there's no amount that you can bring to the table that is going to outdo a lack of character. And if you do have somebody with character, and they choose you, then they truly chose you. But I feel like you may no longer have a lot of access to information regarding this person. You may, but I'm getting like you're, again, this leap of faith, this walking away from doesn't work. No matter what, you're walking away from things that don't work. And I'm getting like this is somebody that, yes, they're desirable, but they are somebody of character. They seem to be somebody that's worth taking a risk for and with. So I'm going to get a few more cards. I don't know why that long sigh was so dramatic, but what can I say? King of Cups. Are you the King of Cups? Yeah. I'm getting that, yes, you can have, what's going on is you can have an emotional new beginning and something that is trustworthy and reliable. You're going to have to not just feel strong feelings, but declare your strong feelings, and you are going to need to be clear, to be honest, to be transparent. Hanged Man came out again. Is this about seeing? Oh, it's almost like you're fighting so hard, not to. Because yes, this can be, getting a different perspective. But I'm getting like you already know what you need to know. You're at a place where you need to walk away from things that don't work, take a risk and act. Because, like, you have, like, if you're willing to no longer just be in a place of inaction, and continue to stay in something that's emotionally unsatisfying, that you actually can, like, there's so much more risk in not taking action. That's what I'm getting. Like, yeah, it feels like a risk to you, but there's so much more risk in just staying stagnant. So for your happiest, highest, and best life goal, stop being stagnant. Be willing to have the new beginnings. Be willing to show your love and affection. Be willing. Remember, there are people who have been there before you, and if you need one, find a mentor. Real guidance and advice. I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure I said that wrong. Real guidance and advice is invaluable. Remember, there are people who have been there before you. If you need one, find a mentor. Real guidance and advice is invaluable. So you may, does this person that you're having a emotional new beginning with, is this person a potential? Okay, I feel like yes, that there is a definite love angle, but I feel like and I'm not saying that, you shouldn't get advice from other people, but I'm almost getting like this person that you're maybe afraid to take a move towards is the person that can give you the advice that you need. Like, this person isn't just desirable, this person is going to have like an additional puzzle piece for your life. I've got, those were yesterday's feelings. Are you not moving forward because you're not sure if this person cares about you anymore? Are you not moving forward because did you have an opportunity this well, I feel like you had an opportunity with this person. For most of you, you had an opportunity with this person. And maybe you chose something else. I feel like ultimately they probably were the best choice, but I feel like because it's like you don't want to make an offer because this person's from the past. No. I mean, do you already feel like you've messed things up? Okay, I feel like you may have already really feel like you've messed this up. But you should know the new beginning is still there for you. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Self-worth. Um, so is it that you don't want to, you know, move forward because it might make you admit that you've maybe didn't make the right choice? Oh, so you may have not made the right choice regarding somebody. Um, and you do still have this potential, but and you really haven't been, like whatever else has happened, like you really have just, like you may have had other things, but you've had a lot of stagnancy. Um, especially regarding this person. So it's like you don't want to admit that you made a mistake because ultimately you need to, what will make you for the greatest, happiest life choice is you having real self-worth, you know, but that involves, but that's not the fragility of never admitting that you might have made a mistake. And maybe if you did make a wrong choice regarding this person, maybe you're afraid. Again, like for the most part, this is somebody who's very attractive, that you are very attracted to, that like if you were willing to actually be brave, that you could have, you know, an overflowing amount of love and a stable new beginning. So, is that worth for you? Like, you can continue to stagnate, or you can go where the value is. So, I'm getting like this person represents value to you. This person, in fact, has knowledge for you that is going to be super important to you. So, like, yeah, you're very physically attracted to, but this person isn't just a pretty face. But part of being braver is, if you need to apologize to this person, probably apologize to them. Um, and be willing to, like, it's like there's a need to care less about how you're perceived and care more about what you do. because I think that this person is going to care about what you do. And this person, you know, with that Ace of Cups, this person does have feelings for you. But like, are you going to leave all that value on the table because you don't want to admit to a mistake? That's not real self-worth. Real self-worth is working towards having your best life. Real self-worth is, you know, being able to forgive yourself if you made a mistake. And realizing that you can be loved and you can be forgiven. So a lot of what you need to do for greater happiness, you need to admit your you need to accept your worth and admit your wrongs. So I hope that this helped. Oh, I did not get your cards yet. So you should know that there is a lot of love in this connection. That even though, like moon over and over and over again, it's like you are, this is a glow in the dark crystal. So like you actually, like you have the ability, even though things are a little bit less sure than you think, that you do have the ability to like see forward. You do have the ability to see in the dark. You do have the ability, but you need to be coming from your love and your heart space. You have an opportunity to transition a connection. And I feel like whatever this connection is, it is in your highest and best good. Um, no, I'm getting be brave. Like you're being asked to be brave and again take action. So I've got the Frida Kahlo. I also I'm getting like there's gonna be a necessity for you to show yourself authentically, especially when you realize that what you are in your heart of hearts, in your most authentic place, is something that not only will this person want, but is inherently worthy. With the pyramid, this is about a continuation of being the best version of yourself. Don't be afraid to show your face. But you should know that this connection is going to be sturdy. This connection is going to be something that you will be able to depend on. But like it's not going to happen if you never speak from the heart. And I feel like whatever's happened, you've realized the alternative isn't that great. Um, so again, I feel like this connection is going to bring you a lot of prosperity. And it can be it can last the test of time, but I'm getting like you need to steadily move forward. Like a slow and steady wins the race. Like, but what's not going to do anything for you is not moving. So You're being strongly. Now, it may not be like if a person doesn't sound right, like it may be a new opportunity, but either way, like whatever opportunity it is, it's something that has the potential to both enrich you and emotionally satisfy you. And you already are in a place where, you know, where you're not happy where you are. So know that the risk is not moving. It's not moving. So I hope that this helps you. I hope this gets you to your highest and best good. And we're going to move on to pile number 4. Pile number 4 for your greater happiness and highest and best life. Pile number 4. The Hanged Man. This is the third pile in a row with the Hanged Man. For greater happiness in your highest and best life. 10 of Swords. Page of Pentacles. And the 6 of Pentacles. So you are, is it same thing? I'm like, you are in a place where you're not fully moving forward, and it's because of, I'm getting for most of you betrayal. Like there's some kind of very difficult ending, but I'm getting like for a lot of you, somebody did you wrong. And there is this energy of letting that hold you back. When ultimately, as painful as the 10 of Swords is, the 10 of Swords is freeing because because you have reached the end of a painful cycle. So with the Page of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles, what I'm getting is you need to pick yourself up again. And, invest your energy and invest your time into people and situations that give to you equally, because you are somebody who's giving. But yes, you've had a difficult ending and you may have to start from the beginning again. Advice for greater happiness in your highest and best life. Yeah, but just know, like, this new adventure, this new thing that you need to start over on, that you may not, 100% know what you're doing yet. It's a solid new beginning. It is something that, you that can bring you wealth, that can bring you a solidity. It's like, I'm getting like it's not, it's important that even if you may need to move forward a little bit at a time, that ultimately what you're building is something that is very structurally sound, with all these pentacles, with the Hierophant. It could be commitment, it could be societal, like doing something for the general societal greater good. You're being asked to be more structured. Yeah, I'm getting that, you've dealt with something difficult, you've ended something difficult, or something difficult ended for you, but instead of being in a state of not knowing what to do, just taking the next logical step forward, taking the next action towards stability. And, whatever you should be doing, you do need to bring a little bit more structure in your life. You do. With the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Are you the Queen of Wands? Okay, so I'm getting that you're the Queen of Wands. You are somebody that is very inspired, somebody who's very powerful, somebody that has taken control of your life and has taken leadership in your life. So overall, I feel like you may have dealt with difficulty, but you have put yourself in a place of power. Um, and to some extent, you may be tired of fighting the fight, but what you are doing is the things on your terms. Five of Pentacles. So why is this, being tired of fight? Why is that giving you, like, are some of you dealing with financial lack? It's there's a lot of you that, some of you it's financial, some of you, again, because you had a very painful, tough experience, and it's making you feel lack. So even though you're really taking charge, and you are building towards your abundance, and you're part of it is you're doing that by putting the time and energy in the people who put the time and energy back into you, but you still have this defensiveness because of lack, and you probably have this feeling of lack because of because of difficult life events. But what is the best advice for this pile regarding that? What's the best advice? I don't know. That could be fight back, but I'm not really getting it, because like five is, disorganized. It's like there's strife, there's things. I feel like overall, Spirit's trying to tell you that you're doing a good job, but you need to get more organized. That, you may be putting your effort in too many directions. You are letting yourself get lost in this, and it's partially because you are exhausted. You're exhausted, and your exhaustion is causing you to be disorganized. And again, you're doing a really good job. Like you're like, I want to take control of my life. And you have really like risen to the occasion. And the only thing that's not helping you as much is a lack of structure and organization. So overall, you're doing a good job, but you may want to, like, if say you made your own business, you may want to make sure that you set aside specific time for things. If you're working towards a greater goal, make sure that you're not scattering your energy, because yes, you dealt with difficulty. Yes, there is a pain, but you're pulling new opportunity out of it. You're creating opportunities for yourself. So the Queen of Swords Is the Queen of Swords another person, or are you a Queen of Swords? I feel like you're the Queen of Swords, or more importantly, you are going to have to, I'm getting that, because the Queen of Swords is somebody that is really making sure that they're going about things logically. And that can be towards this structure. Like, make sure that you have, like, you have the inspiration, you have the power, you actually are making good moves, but you do need to be able to look at things with a critical eye. There are still things that you're going to be discovering along the way regarding yourself with this Five of Pentacles. That seems to be persistent. Like, there is this persistent feeling of lack. So I'm going to, yeah, just know, like, you're putting in the effort. And once you're able to fully balance your shadow self with your higher self, your momentum is going to be ridiculous. I feel like people are going to start just saying, oh my God, you're an overnight success. It's just, that it took a lot of work, and that there might have been times, that there was struggle and loss. But I feel like when things hit for you, you're going to blow up fast. Whatever it is that hits for you, when it finally hits for you, like, you're not going to have necessarily small incremental success. It's like, once you get all the pieces in place, you're going to go from, wherever you are now, which is a really good start, that needs to be more organized, but you are just going to blow up success wise. Some of you, and this isn't for all of you, but some of you may even get minorly famous. Like, it's going to be like, it might be like from obscurity to really not obscure. But there is this need to talk about the Five of Pentacles. Overall, you investing in the people that invest in you, you building on this new opportunity, those are all good things. Those are all moves in the right direction. But I feel like you may let this lack, yeah, you may be letting this lack cause some stagnation for you. I feel like that's definitely not a conscious thing, because consciously you are taking action. So again, in that Queen of Wands energy, going forward boldly daily is to your benefit. That's not something you need to change. You just need to add a little structure to that. And again, you've had loss, you've had lack, but you're going to go from, whatever level of struggling you're doing, and you're going to go to way more successful. I feel like when you get there, you're going to be skipping a whole bunch of steps. And it's not that you're really skipping a whole bunch of steps. You've really been trying and trying and trying again. Again, from the outside, it's going to look like overnight success, but you know that you have been trying, and that you've dealt with failure, and then you've tried, and then you've dealt with failure, and you've dealt with betrayal. You know how many times you've tried, but ultimately You shining your inner light is what's going to bring this success. Again, for not everybody, but for those of you with whatever you're doing, you know, you need more publicity. Again, it'll suddenly come. Like there's suddenly going to be a big difference. Now, you might be slowly but surely working along the way because that is what you're doing and it is what you should be doing. But I feel like once you get the organization on top of the fire and the energy that you're putting in, and once you're no longer holding yourself back, it may just be emotionally due to, you know, pain and loss. You're going to, yeah, you're just shining this light, and the things that you need are going to come to you. And when I say that, again, you're slowly but surely working on things. You are taking new opportunities. You're building. It's not like, but you're making investments, again, in people who invest in you. You're, so I feel like once you get this clarity or whatever clarity it is, again, it's going to cause just a massive amount of momentum. Just know that, you know, you have an opportunity for wish fulfillment. And I feel like it's going to be wish fulfillment, which the star always is, but it's going to be bigger than what you expected. Like you may have been saying, okay, I want to reach this. And then you're like, and you get these ones for free. But I do have the cold heart. So I'm not really getting that you're cold hearted. But again, you've dealt with a lot of betrayal and you've dealt with a lot of lack. So is this about other people's I feel like you need to be open to the possibility that things could happen and turn out well. I feel like you may just the, you know, the five of pentacles coming up twice, the 10 of swords. Like I feel like just from having bad things happen, you've kind of, I don't know, for survival, have maybe numbed your heart space a little bit. Just because it has felt like it's open season on your heart. So we got both the mask and our beautiful Frida Kahlo. And again, when you're showing who you are, that's what's going to bring in, you know, you being your most authentic self is you shining your light to the greatest ability that you have. What is this mask? Are you wearing a mask? Are other people wearing a mask towards you? I feel like this isn't the usual definition of mask. Are you hiding who you are? I mean, the character on here is no name, and you probably might become a much bigger name than that, but I don't think, I'm going to go back to that one. I'll actually pull a card. But again, know that, you know, yes, you've had loss. Yes, you've had suffering, but ultimately what you're going to have, because you're, you know, emanating that light, is prosperity. I feel like a lot of this pile, just for your greatest happiness and highest and best good, you need to know that things can actually work out for you. And it's also when things work out for you because you've been trying and trying and trying again, they're actually going to, it's going to reflect all the trying. It's like, again, it's going to be a big difference. So know that there's going to be health and healing, and you are going to be moving towards, yeah, I'm getting like this is about you growing, and this is about, again, having healthier options in your life. But this mask, I feel like I'm not getting quite the hit on it, so I'm going to pull a card. Why is this mask here? So when I put the mask out, then I got the star. So something about, there's going to be something regarding a mask and healing. Okay, some of you may have been masking how badly you've been hurt. Yeah, it's not that you're showing an inauthentic self, but you are not trying to show people how badly you've been injured. Maybe you're afraid that people will take advantage of that. And I feel like some of you are afraid that if people knew how vulnerable, yeah, if people knew how hurt you were, then they would only be able to hurt you better. And again, it's kind of understandable because, you have been left out in the cold. You have, had people really hurt you. But you should know that, yeah, you've been working hurt. I think that but just know that as much as you've been masking your pain, eventually, there's just not going to be that much pain anymore. You are going to get that healing. You are going to get that wish fulfillment. So I hope that this helps you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. 444 is on the clock. So that might be a very significant number for you. I just want to say thanks again for everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, and booking readings. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you are both subscribed and you comment. I also want to say thank you to, everybody. You guys are awesome. If you book a reading, I think you're even awesomer. But if you like and you share and you subscribe, there's all good too. Thank you so much.